Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV, where my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast. And it's free, so don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification. Now, Spit Squad, THF BAYZOO, he speaks on OTF Jam, and he has like a little finger pointing at him in the background of Durk picture, and THF BAYZOO says, Envy be right in the room with you. Grandma always told me for friends is your best enemy. For the youth that think it's cool to slide with your partners, let this be an example. The streets are watered down. People will lie on you to get their self out of a jam. Living proof your favorite gangsters lied on me for a body. Can't nobody tell me how I feel. I'm a victim of a rat. Two things that THF BAYZOO did here. He made it clear that this guy is lying. He wanted to put that out and say that this guy is lying on LIL Durk, which we'll figure out what is what during that time. But more importantly, he said that the guy is snitching. So for everybody who's speculating, is it OTF Jam who's saying this stuff? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? THF BAYZOO has basically confirmed that OTF Jam is the one who's cooperating. Now, what OTF Jam is doing, he's trying to do an interview with WACK 100. So we have to see how that's going to go out. But WACK 100 basically said he can get him in touch with VLADTV or somebody of that nature in order to do that interview. But this guy OTF Jam want to get his side of the story out. Now, if he was the one inside of that car, if he was the one who's cooperating, I think at this point doing the interview would be very bad. And I believe if it's gotten to the feds that he's actually reaching out to people to try to do interviews, I think from that perspective, the feds may snatch him off the street or snatch him from wherever he at or try to take his electronics or something. You know, that could greatly compromise the case because the feds are probably still building things up, and he can go on that interview and leak out some things that maybe the feds didn't want knowledge of to be put out, or maybe he can go out there and leak some of the things that the feds have said to him in order to try to, you know, tip people off around him. Like, yeah, they asked me about XYZ, and they asked, so example of that without just saying the XYZ generic thing, right? So let's just say if the feds ask him about body number 5 and he go on an interview and say, yeah, the feds asked me about body number 5, but I ain't know nothing about that. I told him I ain't know nothing about that. Now, let's just say that he did tell the feds about body number 5. What he just did, whether he did or didn't, is not important. What he did by saying that in an interview, he just dog whistled to whoever was a part of body number 5 to let them know, yo, the feds know about that. So I don't think the feds will want him doing anything if he's cooperating. And I believe if he does do an interview, the feds may take that deal off the table. Check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play Fair.